Greetings, YouTubers. Everyone remembers, especially the liberals, the fallout from former Florida Congressman Mark Foley sending inappropriate messages to male pages and subsequently resigning when this was learned. I supported Foley's resignation. His behavior was not appropriate for a member of Congress. He sent very inappropriate messages to House pages that were not 18 years old. And I remember a libtard blogger by the name of Russell Glasser who was incensed by this, and he was outraged at Foley's behavior and outraged at the GOP in general. And of course, I pointed out to him what I'm going to tell you right now, and he of course had no comment. However, most liberals I talk to about the Foley incident look at me like a deer in the headlights when I mention the names Gerry Studds or Wade Sanders. Who is Gerry Studds? In 1983, keep in mind what Foley did with pages. No sexual contact, just inappropriate messages. In 1983, Representative Gerry Studds, Democrat of Massachusetts, admitted to having sex with a 17-year-old male page. He was censured by the House of Representatives. During the vote, which he was compelled by House rules to be present for, Studds turned his back on the House to show his contempt for his colleague's reprimand, all because he had sex with a minor. Yeah. He was not expelled from the Democratic caucus. In fact, he was his party's nominee for the next election in his district and the next 5 after that, winning re-election each time. He remained in the bosom of the Democratic caucus in the House for the next 13 years. He was re-elected 6 more times, folks. Imagine the outrage if Foley was still serving. So Foley doesn't have sex with a minor. Gerry Studds does. He serves 12 more years in Congress and then retires happily ever after. Foley gets tarred and feathered by the antique media. Double standard? Who is Wade Sanders? Who knows who Wade Sanders is? They all know who Mark Sanford is, but they don't know who Wade Sanders is. Of course, Sanders did something far worse than Governor Sanford, a lot worse. Even though I think Mr. Sanford's a sleazeball and should resign as well. Mr. Sanders was one of John Francois Kerry's band of brothers during the 2004 election. Sanders regularly gave President Bush moral lectures on how to conduct himself in light of the Iraq War. Mr. Sanders was very concerned with Bush administration ethics. He was so concerned about this. He compared Bush and Rove to Nazis, ding, 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 violating Godwin's law time and time again. There we go with the Nazi comparisons. Well, if you can't win an argument, just call him a suicide bomber or a Nazi. On May 2nd, 2008, FBI agents executed a search warrant at Sanders' home and seized his computer. During the search, Sanders admitted he had downloaded child pornography using the file sharing program. But he said he deleted the files once he noticed they were downloaded. According to the FBI statement, Sanders acknowledged in court that he had possessed computer files containing 600 images of minors, including a 21-minute video that depicted girls, and this wasn't 18-year-old girls, this was underage girls, engaging in sex acts with an adult man. But don't worry, his motives were pure and innocent. Sanders, a lawyer, said he didn't realize federal child pornography laws barred downloading or viewing the material even by researchers. He said that is why he decided to plead guilty. He wasn't doing any research, at least not to try to stop it. There you have it.